Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela. On this channel we talk about cross stitch, books, crochet, TV shows. You'll probably see my cats. I'm wedding planning, so I'll probably mention stuff about that. Yeah, so if that's something that you guys are interested in, stick around, subscribe so you don't miss the video, and we'll get into what we're talking about. So it's not quite the end of September. Today's September 28th. But I am officially bored of the projects that I was working on this month, so I want to freshen up the rotation. But with that being said, all the projects that I worked on this month were new starts. I had like the big, I want to start everything that I own. I had to. And like halfway through the month, I was like, this is overwhelming and I should not have done this, but here we are. So I did start 6 new projects this month. I have no finishes, anything like that. I do have one FFO. These, I started these that this is about to show you back in November-ish, question mark? I don't know, but I finished all of them in January. These were, Lola Crow did a Deadly Aquarium. Was her stitch along? It was the one before that. Say hi, Bean. You say hi to the peoples? You say hi? It's my little boy. But anyway, it was the creepy Christmas village ornament thing. Can you get down? Is that a no? No, get down? How about you just hang out with me instead? You go hang out with me. Mwah. Mwah. All right, anyway, so this is kind of what I came up with for the FFO. These were stitch on 36 count elephant run from Fox and Rabbit, and I got these hoops off of Amazon. I ordered, I think it was the 3-inch ones, and they were too small. These are the 4-inch ones. They're like rubbery, and then they have a piece of white plastic. I'll show you one of them disassembled. So this is like a rubbery wood style, and then this goes inside the center, and this literally ripped my fingers apart. They were so hard to get in here. That was the only thing that I could complain about, is that they were really hard to get in here. But I just laced them up in the back, put some black felt. These were bows that are meant to go on something. They have like little twisty ties on the back of them. I think they're supposed to go on like gifts. But essentially I just cut the little twisty tie part off and hot glue it on here. And I bought some twine, and I'm just gonna make a little hanger, and these will eventually go on my Christmas tree when I decide to put one up. I don't know that I'm gonna put one up this year just because like there's a lot going on, but once I have them all done, I'll show you them again. But yeah, that was pretty much the only finishing that I have done this month. I do have 2 more that are laced and the felt is cut. So I just have to assemble those, and then I have to lace 4 more because there's 7 in total. So yeah, hopefully we'll get those done at some point this coming month. What has happened this month? Not a whole lot, honestly. Nash was home at the end of August. He left on Labor Day, but we did take engagement photos while he was here, so I'll throw in a couple of my favorites in case you guys want to see. And then I don't think anything else has gone on. My dad's birthday was yesterday. He turned 50, and everybody that everybody I tell at work, they're like, yeah, my dad turned 50 like yesterday, and they're like, your parents were so young. They are, but it's a blessing, I guess. Yeah, work last week was so busy. would come home at 4:30 and then stare at the wall until like 7:30, take a shower and go to bed. I was so drained, it was bad. But yeah, other than that, I haven't done anything. I haven't watched any good shows. I haven't read any good books. None of that. I don't know if I told you guys about my air conditioner fiasco. I don't think I did, because that actually happened this month. So in August, my air like was being weird and it wasn't working like as it should have. I don't know. The unit was super small, so like it wasn't the greatest air conditioning anyway. So like I was lucky for it to be upstairs. Like upstairs in my apartment was lucky for it to be like 78, because I live in like a little townhouse. Which 78, I mean, I can live with it. But it goes out like when Nash is home and it's like 85 in here. We did like a load of laundry and the air conditioner was like, nah, we ain't doing this. So I was like, okay. I go and tell the leasing office and they don't come and check on it until the Tuesday after Labor Day. Okay. I get home that day and I have a note that was like, hey, we were here. You're gonna need a new condenser, which I guess is just the new outside unit because they replaced the outside unit. I get in here, it's 80 degrees in here. I was like, great, cool. I can survive, I guess. Like if they're gonna come and fix it, I expected them to come fix it like next day. Because normally if it's really hot outside, which it was, they come fix it very quickly. And I was off that Wednesday. It was 80 degrees in my apartment that entire day. I was like, great, cool, wonderful. And I asked them about it. Like I called Thursday morning when I went back to work. They were like, yeah, if it comes in today, we'll put it in. Like if it comes in before 4:30 today, we'll put it in. I was like, okay, bet, cool. I was, expecting it to be in, they'll put it in, whatever. I get home Thursday, it is 85 degrees in my apartment. I'd already slept in heat on Tuesday night and sat here all day Wednesday, or most of the day Wednesday, in 80 degrees. So I called my friend Kelly and I'm like, Kelly, please let me stay at your house. I can't do this. And I called them again on Friday morning. I was about to be not happy. Like if they were not fixing my air before the weekend, I was going to be really upset. But thankfully they fixed it, and the unit's like double the size that it was, and it's been nice and cool in here. And it's finally, hopefully starting to cool off in Tennessee, but we'll see. It's a high of like 75 today, but it did rain yesterday, so I don't know. But yeah, that's really the only thing I had going on this month was my air conditioning. So anyway, I guess we can get into the projects. I have all of my project bags in a little basket down here, so I'm gonna try to find what I'm looking for and get to it. The first project that I started this month was Holiday Home by Dimensions. It's on a 14 count Ada. I got this for Christmas and my birthday. My birthday is December 27th, so everybody just combines them. So I got this for Christmas / birthday from Kelly this year. And I said 14 count, it's just ivory Ada. And this is where we are with this. So from here up is completely finished, backstitch, French knots, all that jazz. And then from here down I still have more to go. But I am gonna put my Nash's last name, my new last name on here. It's too long, so I talked to him about it and we're gonna shorten it to something to fit on here. So once it's done, you'll see what it is gonna say, but this is really fun. So that was project number 1. I'll show you the project bag that it's in. So the inside, it's like this purple fabric, and the outside is Tula Pink from the Roar collection. I got like a fat quarter bundle, so some of the newer project bags that I'm going to show you will have this collection on there. So that was project number 1 of the month. Project number 2, let me show you. This one, I think I also got this one from Kelly. I think this was also part of my Christmas birthday present. But anyway, this is Luke and Leia. It's a Dimensions Star Wars. It's on black 14 count Ada. I did a center start just because I normally start in the upper left corner, but it's on black. It was really hard for me to see, so I was like, let me just do the center start. It'll be fine. So this is where we got to on this one, and this little tiny jut out right here is the next page. So this portion here is the first quarter of the project. So I completed a quarter of the project with backstitching and everything. I don't know if you can see, but I'll bring it in. It was, again, it's not completely full coverage, and there was a lot of half stitches, so it was pretty easy to get that much progress within, what is that, 5 days that I usually work on these. So I do think I messed up in the S down here. I think I made it a little longer than I needed to, and I didn't realize it until I got over to the T. So my words are going to be a little bit taller, like 2 stitches taller than everything else, but that's fine. So project number 2. Now this next project, when I started it, was giving me major anxiety because I did not know if I was going to have enough fabric across. But I managed to work all the way across the top so that I could make sure I had enough. So this is project number 3. This is Diamond Quaker number 2 by Tinsel Cross Stitch on Etsy, and this is what it's gonna look like. These colors on the paper definitely look brighter than the actual color palette. The actual color palette is a lot of really nice muted, like, fall colors. I am stitching this on 40 count white Verdal 1/2. And I managed to get all the way across with the, I think that's 3371. That is the border. Yeah, 3371, just a really dark brown. And I filled in, what is that, 2.5, 3 total of the little Quakers across the top. So I did have enough, thank God, all the way across. And I should most definitely have enough all the way down. So this one was really fun. I will say the black border was a little monotonous. I was like, this is too much, I can't be doing all this. But I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, show you one more time. I'll show you guys the back of this one. There's something about using one strand that makes the back of my projects look so good. And I'm not normally like a make the back look good, because like, who's gonna see that? Like, who cares? But sometimes I just like get this urge to make the back look good. Let's see, the next, I have 3 more projects to talk about. 2 of them are Dimensions and 1 of them is a Mill Hill. Okay. What is this one? This one is another Dimensions Gold Collection. It's in again, a Tula Pink Roar Collection bag. I do make all of my project bags myself. So this one is European Bistro from Dimensions. I have been in love with this since I bought it, and wanted to start it since I bought it, but I was kind of intimidated, but I was like, whatever, we're gonna do it. So I started working in the top left corner on this one. This is 14 or 16 count blue Ada, but yeah, a lot of this is half stitches, so I got a decent amount of progress with just half stitches. And and hopefully my water soluble marker does not become a problem in the end. Fold it up a little bit, bring it a little closer for you guys to see. Sorry about the hanging threads. Yeah. This is really just like the top of some buildings and the sky, so nothing super cool to look at just yet. I do tend to work in the typewriter method with full coverage pieces. So I start in the very top corner, pick that symbol, and then just stitch that symbol until I run out of floss, and then I pick whatever the next symbol is in that first row. And I usually stop at like per page. Let me see if I can show you without flashing like the entire pattern. Yeah. Right. So like I would start and just pick this symbol and then work and then just keep picking until, you know. And then I usually stop, so like this is the end of the page, so. And then once I got to the very last symbol, I just moved down the next row. I don't know if I explained that very well or not, but I'm not a good explainer. All right, next one is a Mill Hill kit. I'm gonna have to take it out of the plastic, I think. So it's gonna have a lot of glare. And of course the sticky is stuck to it. All right, so this is Mill Hill's Mighty Oak Quartet. This is the summer one. I've done the fall and spring. So I have this one in winter left to go. But this is what this one's gonna look like. Again, these next two projects that I'm gonna show you are from the last 2 weeks of, or the last 10 days of September. And I didn't feel good and I was busy at work, so I didn't have a lot of downtime to do anything. And then when I got home, I literally just wanted to lay on the couch and be a carcass. So these don't have as much progress as the other ones, but I'm not that mad about it. So I did a center start on this one. This is like 14 count tan Witchell Ada. So we've got like the remnants of the tree trunk, and then I worked down so that I could get to the border. And that's about it on this. This one does have beads, and I'm gonna show you guys like a way that I found to sort these that is kind of sciencey, I guess. I work in a hospital lab and we do a lot of things in little tiny tubes. Let me show you the tubes. So little tiny tubes like this. We do a lot of work in these kind of tubes. So I decided to sort out the beads into the tiny tubes. I have a whole nother packet of beads I need to sort, but this was the first packet and I sorted these out. And then I just wrote what the bead number was on the top. And then when I get ready to bead, these are reagent reservoirs. So like we would pour, like if we needed to add alcohol to something, we would pour alcohol in here and then use like a pipette to pull it out. And so you could just pour your beads in here, pick it up with your needle, and then it doesn't really go anywhere because it's like pretty sturdy. So I thought that was a really innovative / nerdy way to do this. Right, last project that I worked on this month. Is, let me find it, show you the bag. This is again tulip pink. This one is a Dimensions Gold collection. This one is Snowman and Friends stocking. I started this for Nash, my fiance. And he'll have it one of these Christmases. I'm trying to think of what portion of this that I have done. It's looking like right in here is the part that I've done. This is something 18 count, this 18 count white Ada. I did a center start on this one. That's all I got. It's very fun. It's just a lot. Another big project to undertake. But I looked at the pattern and a majority of it is this really dark blue right here. And this is 5 strands half stitch, and like a majority of the project is that way. So we'll make some big progress once I get onto that. I'm trying my best to, I want to say work over. I don't know what I was trying to do. I think I was like just using the center mark and going across. But I think once I bring this out the next time, I'm gonna try to work up to the top of the pattern and then go like that, like from top down. Because I can't stand to go like from bottom up. It bothers me. It just doesn't match the way that I stitch, I guess. So that was all of that. All of my projects I worked on this month. So next up we have the 6 projects that I want to work on in October. All right, the first one, you guys have seen this so often. This is a Dimensions Gold collection. This is Winter Cabin. This is my oldest whip. I started this in April of 2023, and I want to try to bring this out, I think I said this in a previous video, at least once a month until I finish it. That didn't happen last month, but from here on out, I think I've changed. I did a video, not my last one, because that last one was my August update, but the one before that, maybe, I don't know, the Stash Dive one, where I was talking about what I wanted to start. I thought about doing the New Year's Eve 12x12, and it sounded like a good idea at the time, but I think I'm going to use the 12 projects that I picked for the 12x12 as my like monthly new starts for next year, because next year is going to be a very busy year for Nash and I. He comes home from being on his externships in January, and he has to find a job and like get his contract looked at, and we have 2 wedding planners for getting married in May. We also have to make a trip to Boise, which hopefully is where we're going to live once he graduates. So we're going to try to find jobs, apartments, things like that. So we're planning a wedding, and then not even like a month and a half later, a cross-country move with 2 cats who hate riding in the car. So it's gonna be so fun. So I didn't want to overwhelm myself with having like, I think I have 20 whips currently or something like that. I didn't want to overwhelm myself with having so many projects started. So yeah, anyway, I'm sure I'll change my mind yet again, but we'll see. Anyway, like I was saying, first project I'm gonna work on this month, or I'm gonna work on it at some point this month. I don't know what order I'm gonna work on these in. Winter Cabin Dimensions. I am almost fully done with the first page of this, which is from like this, where this cardinal is, over this way. And the last time I brought this out, I did more cross stitches and I started on some of the back stitching. So here we are. And I think I have potentially 1,800 stitches left for this page to finish the cross stitches. So there's a line right here. My goal is to finish the cross stitches down to here and get as much back stitch done as I can, so that when I bring this out next time, I can start on the other half and get this puppy done at some point. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully work is not as just, I don't know, crazy. It was busy, but like the tests that I was doing for the last 2 weeks, it takes all day to do it. Like, when I say you start at 6:30, I get lunch at 1:30, and then I'm done at 4, like with the work that I'm doing. And it's like, it's not constant work all the time, but like in our little 45-minute downtime that we have, I'm doing stuff in the computer, making labels and things like that. So busy. So yeah, project number 1 that I want to work on. The next one is, I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna work on this one first just so I can put myself in a spooky mood. This is from 2018. This is the Tiny Modernist The Haunted Mansion stitch along that they did. And I do have this in stitch along form. So I have individual cards per room, but anyway, this is the finished product on this. When I brought this out last time, let me fix here. This is stitched on 18 count resolution from Forbidden Fiber Company, 2/1. I managed to get the first 2 rooms ordered out. So what I want to do this month is fill in the first 2 rooms. So put what's in there, like fully finish it, back stitching and everything. And I'll show you what the first 2 rooms are. It is Count Dracula and the Witch. So I want to do that. And then if I have time, I want to go ahead and do the framework for the other 2 rooms. So cute. I love it. I will say that moon was an absolute beast of just block stitching, but it was fun. So that's our first one, our second project, but I think I'm gonna work on this first just so I can be in spooky season. All right, next up is, this is Castle from Cottage Garden Samplings. I love this so much, it's so pretty. I'm stitching this on something. Oh, 20 count lunar from Bestitch Me. The only problem that I have with this project is the white. It's very hard to see on this super light gray fabric, but other than that, it looks good. Because there's some white out here, which you can see in this super bright light, but yeah, it's very delicate. Again, I have started to like, actually after working on 20 count and 40 count, I've really started to like 1 strand. Although I like the way 2 strands looks on 36 count, so yeah, I don't know. I'm weird, I guess. Okay, the next project is going to be a restart. I started this sometime, I can't remember, Mayish, summerish, I don't know. Anyway, this one is Lord of the Rings Bookshelf by Taylor and Cromwell from Etsy. I started this for my friend Andrew. I'm gonna restart this on 28 count Spellbound from Forbidden Fiber Company. This pattern has, it's got like very slight modeling. Like there's some orange, like very light orange, very light purple. It's kind of hard to tell. I started this on a 14 count. I'll show you where my starting point was. But it has a lot of fractional stitches, and a majority of the back stitch is fractional back stitch. And trying to do that on an Ada is nearly impossible. So I didn't get very far, and it's a lot of block stitching, so I'm just gonna restart this on 28 count so that my fractionals look a little bit better. So that should be fun. We'll see how far I get. But yeah, I was working on it, and I was doing like the fractionals in this one, like here. I was like, this sucks. It was bad. And then the fractional back stitching, I don't know if you can see what this says, but it's supposed to say the 2 towers, but it was really hard to get it to lay correctly because they wanted you to use 2 strands and make it fractional. But we'll see how the new, like the restart looks. And for a pattern that's like a lot of block stitching, there is a massive amount of colors in this thing. But anyway, it was fun to work on the first time. It was very like mindless at times. Okay, so that is, what is that one, the fourth one? The next one is another Dimensions kit. This one is Japanese Garden. Everyone who has ever cross stitched has stitched this apparently. But yeah, we're gonna work on this one. I think I ask this every time I show this project because I truly don't know what to do. I got a little pencil happy when I, like right before I started this, and I drew all over this Ada with pencil. And I don't know how to get it out, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it out. So if anybody has any ideas, let me know, because if I can't get this out, this might just have to be a process stitch project instead of the finished product, because most of the time I stitch for the process because it's soothing. And then once I get close to the end for a finish, I'm like, oh, this is so fun. Like, I can't wait to finish it. But like, if this one's gonna have massive grid lines all over it, and like, I wouldn't care if it was actually 100% full coverage, but like this part of the pattern doesn't have any stitches in it, but then you can also see through where, like, because some of these are single strand half crosses. Again, if you have any tips, let me know. I haven't tried to wash it just because I'm afraid the colors will bleed, but maybe after this go around I'll like put some dish soap and try to wash it to see if it'll take some of it out. But that's our progress. It's very pretty. I love working on this. It's one of those Dimensions kits, at least this portion of it, that I actually have to pay a lot of attention to, because sometimes you get like a section where it's a lot of the same color, or they're all, the symbols are in a nice neat way to go, whereas this one it's not so much and you have to actually really pay attention. So we'll see. I don't really have a goal for this one. I don't really have a goal for the last one either, the Lord of the Rings bookshelf or the castle. I just want to make some progress on those. But this next one has to be a finish, which is doable because I have to send it to the framers. You guys have seen this so many times. This is from the Wildlife Sampler number 3 from Country Cross Stitch, and I believe it's from, what year is this from? 1979. My dad was 5. Yeah. So I am stitching this one down here, the Bob White quail. My great-grandfather used to raise quail when my mom and my aunts were young. So he passed away in 2002. So I'm doing this as like a memorial for them for Christmas. This is stitched on 32 count macchiato from Bestitch Me. I have stitched 2 of them already. The second one still needs back stitching on the quail itself. So I just need to stitch 1 more of these babies, do the back stitch on the second quail and the third quail, and then I need to do some charting on his name and the year he was born and the year he died. And then I'm gonna take it to the framers here in Memphis to hopefully get them in like a oval type frame. And then I showed last month, it was Quaker of Hearts from Modern Folk Embroidery. It was a project that I'd stitched on a purple fabric with purple thread that I ended up putting the finishing date as 2025. I'm gonna take that to the framer as well because I'm gonna display that at my wedding. So we're gonna get 4 things framed at the framers. Yeah, these are super quick to stitch up. I think it takes me maybe 3 days 3.5 to do a full one because it's a lot of block stitching. So, yeehaw! That's all I got for you. All I have for you guys. I don't know how busy this month is gonna be. My church is moving locations, so I'm gonna do some volunteering on like painting and helping them move and stuff. Not next week, but the week after. And Nash takes part 3 of his board exam the end of October. So he's gonna be studying for that. Missy Beam, come here. Come see me. Me, baby. Yeah? What you say? Isn't he cute? He does that every night. He gets in his, he's a professional yapper, a PhD in yapping. But, yeah. What do you do? Come here. Can I hold? You be sweet. Mwah. But yeah, that's all we got for you guys. So, you guys have a wonderful October. Happy Halloween. And we'll see you guys in the next one. You say bye, Bean? You say bye? He's not gonna say bye. Bye, guys.